Howdy compadres, welcome back to another Mopar build video. Today's video, this mill is going into the build. Got air conditioning on the kneecaps.
Oh, graphic, we got blood coming out.
It's absolutely terrible. It looks like a cake. I like it, I dig it. I got parts. No, it's not for sale. So there we go, we got the dash painted and I chose to use a little like semi-matte whatever look so it looks more factory, because I've seen pictures where people painted like satin, like really shiny black or whatever, and it just looks wrong inside the car that like sunlight is flashing off the thing, and the dash pad is kind of like a semi-matte color and then the dash is like really glossy. It just looks weird, okay? So what we got going on here is a real nice fit. Of course, our dash pad, as you saw last video, it's absolutely terrible. It looks like something from one of those videos where they fix a toilet with like noodles and clear coat and stuff. You see what I mean? It's absolutely terrible. It looks like a cake or something. It's weird. So what I want to do now is dash is ready. So I'm gonna take it off here, and because I can't wait, I'm gonna test fit like the reverse light, the dash insert, and maybe even the dash pad, even though it looks like crap, and get an idea of how this is gonna look, because I think it's gonna look pretty damn cool. Also, I don't know if I showed on last video, I got the steering column all like torn down, cleaned up and whatnot, getting ready to install the Borgeson U-joint thing that goes on the end of the shaft. Test fitted my, I think, 14-inch or 13-inch Grand NASCAR stock car look. That looks real cool, that's real sweet. And then I'm pretty much ready now to paint the whole thing. Same semi-matte thing like the dash over there. So that's gonna look real cool. So we might even gonna do this in this video too. I'm not really sure, because I think there's something like you have to put the steering column in the car and then measure from the steering column to the steering box in the K-frame when everything is installed and stuff. But pretty much this right here is like a new, it has like a silicone damper inside it, and then of course it has this like a drive shaft U-joint type of deal going on here with set screws and stuff, and we have to measure how long is the shaft and blah blah blah, and get that installed. So I don't know, maybe we're gonna do this video, I don't know. So we got the dash pad here. I just laid in the ashtray thing right here, because I think I'm missing something for this. I think it's supposed to sit in like a track or bracket thing that you bolt to the dash, and then the ashtray goes into that track or whatever. I don't think I got that, so I need that at some point, I guess. So I haven't painted the glove box door yet or whatever, because I want to figure out how much I'm gonna tear this down, I guess, and rebuild it and whatnot, because there's also something up with the lock or whatever, so it doesn't really work or retract, I believe. Or does it? It does work. Man. Old cars, man. I love it. Well, let's just do a little bit of pretend right here without scratching everything up. So I'm having a little bit of trouble fitting this dash insert to this dash, because again, somebody have like welded some stuff on this dash frame and whatnot, so it fits all right, but like there's a gap over here and I can't tighten the screws down to like, you know, like spread out this wooden piece, but it doesn't feel really nice, you know what I mean? Because the more you crank, the more the more you crank on it, you know what I mean? Then the plastic probably gonna break or something. So that looks pretty slick, not gonna lie. That's pretty cool. So yes, this is my dash pad. Isn't it nice? Directly from the restoration shop, very neat. So there we go, got everything mounted. I mounted the little vent over here, so that fits. That's really nice, minty. And then I actually found the whole frame for the ashtray door here. So that sits nice in there, and I got a little cigarette lighter that I can put in here. There's still a few things we gotta do. Also want to try to retrofit the vintage air panel over here, figure that out. And of course there's the wiring we're gonna put on the back before putting it inside the car. We have the reverse light we're gonna have to put here. And maybe also have to figure out something to block out the radio holes and stuff like that. In general, the big picture, it's done. So something you can see now is we got the bumper brackets on and stuff like that. And one thing I wanna just show you is you probably noticed that over here, you got a Wilwood master cylinder with a propulsion valve. That thing finally came in after 2 or 3 months. Yeah, insane delivery time. So something I want to show you guys real quick is this thing comes with a swap bracket, this thing right here with the 4 bolts. and then the master cylinder bolts to that bracket with 2 bolts. Now what's going on here is normally you're supposed to get the master cylinder mounted up here, but the footprint of the 4 bolts are a little bit more narrow than the original stuff. So I'm gonna move it up here and drill 4 new holes down here. I know on a factory Mopar they got the manual brake master cylinder bolted down here in these 4 holes, but I'm gonna utilize or use the power brake rod setup that's on the brake here on this Mopar, because it actually has like a leverage system going on, so you kind of get power brakes without the power booster. Does that make sense? I don't know. Geometry, rod stuff in there. Also for rod alignment, I want to put it up here because then we have the rod in a straight angle, which is better of course to have than down here. So there you go guys, I got the reinforcement Mopar plate thing cut out for the master cylinder here, and I drilled the holes in the firewall, and then I made a quick homemade gasket thing ready for install. Look at that, that's a pretty sweet setup, huh? I like it, I dig it. Align the holes here and get the thing bolted up. I also still have to drill out the whole I don't know what you want to call it, like the bridge part or whatever, or like the pedal assembly box in there. So I also got around to give the whole pedal assembly here a quick coat of paint. I'm still waiting on my whole brake assembly setup from Brewer's Performance. So as you can see, got the front end on right now, and it looks sick, okay? It's been a long time since this car actually looked like a car, so that's great. And right now I'm doing some vintage air installment right here. I'm also going to show you guys how I mounted my vintage air control panel into the original instrument cluster. But that's another thing. Right now I'm marking out where the heater box is going on the firewall. And I actually have test fitted the engine once off camera inside the engine bay, but yeah, didn't get to film that. So what I'm going to do now is line up a little template I made to put in the heater box, and then we should be good. Also got the heater box in it, got it mounted, got the pipes ran through with the rubber grommets and everything. This is a real nice kit from Vintage Air, honestly. It's a new day. And I got parts. Actually there's 6 things. It's a pretty small box that got left behind at Classic Industries. So we can start by actually opening the hood, because now we have a working hood. And it works flawlessly, and it holds itself up and everything. Let me also get some light into the engine bay real quick so it's a little bit easy to see what's going on. So first thing I got going on here is starter relay. This little thing right here that all Mopars have, and it's supposed to go up here. So a lot of things have been going on that I haven't filmed, if you will. A lot of like small, boring stuff that I don't know, didn't film because it wasn't interesting. Because, for example, I have done all the hydraulic stuff to the transmission, right? And then I also customized the input shaft of the transmission. And now everything's pretty much ready. So right now we're gonna start off putting on the clutch disc and the pressure plate. As you saw last few clips, we put the front end on the car and rotated it over here. And I got all suspension in the rear on right now. All the drums, everything. I mean, the rear end is practically brand new with a 391 sure grip unit. And brand new everything in the drum brakes except the drums themselves, which I'm probably gonna get new off because the old ones are kind of shot. My dad helped me adjust everything, and then I literally just climbed into the engine bay and tightened down all the hardware. How cool is that?
Oh, graphic, we got blood coming out.
Don't worry. We got a little bit on the transmission, but then people can see we actually put the blood, sweat, and tears into this. So in here underneath the dash, I just wanted to show you guys real quick what's going on. Got the heater in there, the wiring ran up there, the pedal box thing up there. Then we got the new pedals. I'm gonna try this out. I haven't seen anyone else on the forums or in the internet try to do this, but manual brakes with a power brake, a linkage power modifier. I don't know if that gives you like 20% more easy feel or maybe less travel in the pedal, or we'll see. No idea. Or if it doesn't break at all and I drive straight into the barn door, we'll see. And I did also take out my Tilton NASCAR race box over here and was contemplating for 20 minutes, should I put this in the car? Should I not? We're gonna save that for the Charger, the proper race car. So before hating on my deadlifts, okay, this thing is like 150 pounds or something, okay? It's a heavy unit. And it's got to go up there and it's time to put the engine and the drivetrain into the Roadrunner. The day has finally come. As you can see, we got the summer clothing on, you know, we got air condition on the kneecaps. It's warm outside, it's like 20 degrees now. What is that? I don't know, 65, 70? The whole week I've been using my time to put in all the interior, get the pedal stuff ready, the hydraulic master and the Willwood stuff and all that. So everything now is like done and completed. So there's nothing more working on the firewall or whatever, which was what I wanted to achieve before putting in the engine. Also found out driver side header hit the starter, so luckily the engine is still out, so I could take it on and off a few times, test fit, and hammer in, I think it was cylinder number 1, I guess. Front driver side cylinder pipe or whatever, the one that runs all weird on a Mopar. You know how it is. If you know, you know. So as you guys know, I have all interior for this car, except the center console that it's spawned with, which is kind of a rare thing, I guess, so somebody took that, of course. And the dash pad I do have, but it's absolutely terrible condition, so I actually think I'm gonna run it without the dash pad instead because it looks better. And then I don't have a carpet and a package tray. And that's actually it. Everything else, and I mean literally everything else I have. I mean, just take a look at the interior right here. It came out freaking amazing. And I mean, it looks a little bit messy right now because there's some tools and stuff. And again, no carpet, but you got the kicker panel, the door panels, the whole dash, the dash insert, the steering column with the new NASCAR steering wheel on there, so it's really awesome. We got all the pedals down here, all the new wiring is nice and tucked up there and ran through the firewall. E-brake is still there, the hood latch thing. Also got A-pillar trim in, the C-pillar over here, around the rear window. We got the rear seats all cleaned up as good as I can. Also got my trunk adjusted and put in new rubber stops because they were absolutely hard as rock, so now you can actually open it without feeling like you're bending the key. And as you all know, still looking good down here. Ran the wires if you guys haven't seen that. Also, I fixed my taillights with some plastic spray thing, so they're all nice and black now. So yeah, now it closes real nice, the rear trunk. Before you had to like put your body weight on it and like slam on it, but now I can just like drop it down like that. So that's really cool. No, it's not for sale. But let's get the engine hoist on it, literally on the car, and lift up the car and get the pallet over here and trying to push the driveline under the car.
Might have told you that I love you, might have meant it at the time. I might have promised you forever. Lord, I might have changed my mind. Wasn't nothing that you did or didn't do. Just always had a hard time with the truth. I know you wanted to believe